In this video I'm going to be showing you how you can use tasks to take donations from your supporters and bring that into your outreach project to provide a value to the food that's being delivered and automatically report this back to your donors. In my food bank outreach project, I click edit. You see on the left we have funding management. And what I now need to do is connect this with my PayPal account. Okay, I went through to PayPal, accepted and moved on, and it then pings me back to the same page we were in, and you can see my PayPal account is connected. I could disconnect it, but that's now connected, and we see this new funding management page appear. So funding status will switch this on and off for the project. I'll switch it on. The funding currency I will keep as US dollars. My target is I'd like to bring in $10,000, and the target time frame I'm going to keep it as all time. I just want to build up to that amount. Next is how we'll use the funding. Here's my description for how we're going to use the funding. We're going to provide food packs in our locality. Each pack lets a family live for 10 days. Please provide us with the support we need to keep these food packs moving. Next we've got the payment options, and you can see that this is the default. I'm going to update these to something that is more in line with what we're doing. So there's some updated payment options. We've got $10, feed a family for 10 days, $30, feed a family for a month, $100, feed 3 families for more than a month. I'm just going to keep with the 3 options. You could add more if you wanted to, but I think probably less is more in this case. Click Save Changes. You'll now see a few things have changed. We've now got tracked funding over on the right hand side, and this is showing the amount of funds that we've had in and the amount of funds that have gone out. At the moment, as you'd expect, nothing in, nothing out as yet. The funding tab page, this is where people can come in to donate. So now website visitors can share this out on Facebook and Twitter. We're giving information as to what the food packs can be used for, what their donations are going through to, and if they click donate, this takes us through to this donation page. We're trying to encourage monthly support, of course. People can take a one-time. They can also provide a custom amount, and the supported task is completely optional. They can remove that if they want. If you click next, that then will check out using PayPal. And this payment will go directly into your PayPal account. For larger donations, we have a button down here, which when clicked on, here we take down the relevant information that we can pass on to you so you can talk to larger donors. The last aspect to show is if I have a look at a delivery task, note that this is where the funding is relevant. If we're going to be dropping off a food pack, and if a food pack is worth $5, we would add that to our task. And that means we can track the amount of funding that we're using as we complete these deliveries. Let me show you a technique which will automatically calculate the amount of funding that you're going to need when a delivery is completed. I've come back into our Zapier, into the Zap, which is taking food requests and sending it through to the delivery team. One of the pieces of information we're taking is the number of people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use formatter, and the action event is numbers. Click continue. I'm going to perform a maths operation. I'll multiply. The input is going to be the number of people. And I'm going to use a model where one food pack costs $5. Continue. Test and review. You see the output's 10. So I can use the data that's coming through from the requester team, which is telling me how many people we're feeding. I can use the number of packs and create my dollar output for funding, which in this case is going to be 10. it can be handy to give it a meaningful title. Now in my create task, I'll customize the data. Here's our funding requirements. Previously we had 0. I'll use work out the funding required, output 10. Continue. And done editing. I'm pretty confident this is going to work. I'll switch it back on. Okay, let's do an end-to-end test and see how it works. So Tony Stark is on the ground and is going to make a food request on behalf of someone else. Let's add the recipient details. Okay, recipient name, Pete, Jill and Craig. There's a phone number, delivery address. Number of people now 3, and a few non-food requests. I'll complete that. It's been sent to be verified. Julie is a verifier. So we can check the information. I'll accept it. Back in my deliveries, you'll see that we've got the recipient Pete, Jill, Craig. And if I check this task, you'll see that the funding is going to use up $15, which is exactly what we'd expect for 3 people. 3 food packs at $5 each. Provide some details, complete the delivery. The delivery person earns the tokens. And this use of funding will now be reported automatically through to anyone that donates to your project. They'll get automated reports every month that shows all the activities that they've supported as a donor. They can also log in here. If you funded, you'll have a funding wallet that appears here, and you can go in and you can see all the different activities that you have provided support to using Task, which gives your donors real-time updates as to how their support's being used.